Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Sid Meier's Civilization VI. In our Russian Sunrise series, this is episode 19. One episode away from the end of the first part of this series. It's been a blast so far. Learned a lot about Civ VI. I've been playing a lot regardless of this series, regardless of my involvement in this series, but I've still learned a great deal from playing through this series. When you're doing Let's Plays, there's definitely a kind of a mindfulness that goes into it, because you're having to explain a lot more of your actions, and so you find as you explain things, oh wait, that doesn't quite make sense, or oh, I don't understand that as much as I thought I did, which you might never really reckon with when you are playing solo. Okay, this apostle might die right here. Yep. Oh no, we killed their apostle. Awesome. So less Catholicism influence and more Eastern Orthodoxy. So we've denounced Gandhi, who went right back to what he did earlier in the series. Earlier in the series, if you're just jumping in, what he did was he brought in a whole bunch of missionaries here. This is actually his city too. He tried to found a city on our coast as well, and we conquered it. He brought in a whole bunch of missionaries and apostles, and was conquering.
The enforced spread of the rule of reason. But who is going to spread it among the colonizers?
Good question. So they came in and they were converting a whole bunch. They weren't conquering cities, they were converting cities. And I said, hey, Gandhi, stop. And he said, okay, I'll stop. And then he didn't stop. So it's been a matter of, we were at war with him for a couple centuries, just kind of defeating some of his units at sea with this caravel we have over here. Where are you, caravel? Caravel? Where are you? There you are. Come back down this way, please. So yeah, we were at war with him for a few centuries, and then he finally made us an extremely nice peace offering, which I appreciated greatly. I'm going to go ahead and move these units back. I'm guessing these guys heal up over time automatically. There's not a rest option for them, which is interesting. Natural history, here it is. 3 turns away from having access to archaeologists. Looking forward to that. Lanchi has finished building their district. Let's go ahead and build that library. We want to keep up our momentum with science as much as possible. We're going to build a monument in Solikamsk. Also, oh, wait. No, I'm not going to spend any gold because we've been waiting to upgrade this scout to a proper ranger. Excellent. Now we have 2 more envoys to send as well, so we're going to send them to Non-Modal. We are suzerain of a number of city-states, and there's a couple of civic policies that we'll soon have access to, which are going to be very nice. Okay, that looks like Hong Kong already cleared out that encampment for us. Thank you, Hong Kong. That's the second time you've done that. This trader. Is there a new city that needs a road to it? Agra certainly needs a road to it, doesn't it? Yeah, let's go ahead and do a trade route to Agra. I hope I don't already have one to Agra that I forgot about. Nope, don't. Perfect. All right, so we're going to work on connecting all of our cities by road. Looks like Rio is also not connected by road. Oh, yes, it is. Is that a road? Yes, there's a road. So there's a road going through this terrain. It's not really visible, is it? Can't really tell there's a modern road. Weird. I don't like that. I like to be able to see the roads, and right now there's not a sense of connection between Rio and Novgorod. But anyway, that's a small detail. Let's go to the next turn. It is 1770, soon to be the 19th century. And this is, of course, the 19th episode of Russian Sunrise. Looks like our encampment district is almost done in Yaroslavl. So is our factory in Xi'an. So Xi'an, we might just start building a wonder in Xi'an next turn because that's going to be a good production bonus. Okay, that is the sound of a barbarian encampment. Let's see if we can spot it. Where are you, buddy? I know you're here. I heard your telltale little sound. I don't see a new one anywhere. You can see it in the fog. Maybe it's that. There's one right there. I guess that's the one that it was referencing. I really wish that when you heard that noise, there was a way to actually say, hey, this is what we're talking about. Okay, Oxford University is going to take 31 turns. We're going to go for it. Let's go ahead and build it on the tile that would lead to I would say the least loss for Xi'an. That's a 2 food, 1 production tile there. Yaroslavl, you need to build something as well, don't you? You know what you need to build? You need to build a builder. That's what you need. You have no tiles improved around you. Build a builder. We have a very nice civic right now that's giving all of our newly trained builders 2 extra build charges. So we're going to try and take advantage of that. Launchy. Yeah, Huh. Let's see here. There is a road there. Is there a road to Kabul? Yes, there is. There's not a road from here to Solikamsk. So tell you what, go ahead and do that. I know I already have a trade route set up coming elsewhere from Solikamsk, but I want to have a nice network of roads here. We're going to take our time with it and really make sure that the roads are in good shape. All right, so here's our ranger, ready to go for the first time. I'm actually going to send him into Indian territory, because rangers are actually pretty powerful. They can hold their own. So if I end up fighting any units over there, I'm not worried about him. As long as I'm smart and don't send him right into the middle of like an army, that ranger can actually kill especially less advanced units and do a lot of damage in the meantime. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Oh, Philip. Okay, so because we have different governments, Philip just made his little scowly face at us, and that's hilarious. So he's denounced us, which could be a preparation for war. Looks like there's a missionary, a Spanish missionary. Spain is Confucianist in this particular alternate history, which I find hilarious.
It is arguable whether the human race have been gainers by the march of science beyond the steam engine.
Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on here with apostles. It appears that they're not healing normally. So maybe they don't heal, which sucks, frankly. But, okay, let's go ahead and go for... let's go for flight. Because planes. Because flying things. We're going to move the caravel down here again. Nice and close to the coastline now that we've uncovered most of this northern part of the ocean separating the two continents. Yeah, just go back to sleep. I'm very frustrated that the apostles don't appear to be healing. Because those, I mean, we're going to gain advantages and experience in theological combat, and then nothing's going to happen, unfortunately. It's quite annoying. A recent news article revealed that France is expanding, adding the new settlement reams. And by nothing's going to happen, I just mean that that was a dumb way to say it, but they're going to die because they're not healing, and so I'm going to lose whatever advantages I get. And certainly nothing's going to happen with them in the future because they'll be gone.
On natural history, we constantly find details of the marvelous adaptation of animals to their food, their habits, and the localities in which they are found.
Okay, so here's something I'm going to do right away. Let's say dig sites. We don't really have a... This is something you can do in Civ now. You can actually mark sites so you don't forget about them. Dig site. And one more. There's one up here. Now there's another one actually in his territory as well. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for that. Let's have a look around. We're gonna be pinning some stuff for a bit. Dig site. Let's add another one here. Wonder if you can just double click. No, you can't. That would be a nice feature. When you have this opened, why not just be able to double click? All right, so there's a dig site there. All right, we have to look outside of our territory now because there are no more in our territory. But that doesn't mean there aren't any nearby, as you just saw in Gilgamesh's territory. Yep, here's one right here, actually. Dig site, done. There's one there too. Beautiful. And here's one here. There's a couple here. I'm going to try and mark all the ones that are close to me. This one's a little bit farther, but we're going to mark it anyway. Dig sites. Where else? Here's one. Actually, that's very close. All right, that's good enough for now. Let's go for civil engineering, which is going to give us extra production towards builders, and new train builders gain 2 extra build actions. Holy crap! And then extra production towards industrial era and later wonders, and that could come in handy as well. Lanshi, what can I have you build? Tell you what, you need some extra production so that I can build really nice things with you sooner than later. So hang on, let's have a look. Yeah, right here. Because next to this mine, next to these 2 mines, is getting a production bonus. Alright, so in 13 turns we'll have an industrial zone. We have 2 new envoys to send. Okay, let's go ahead and... Oh wow, Stockholm is a scientific city-state, so we're going to gain some points here. France is their suzerain, though. Alright, so this... Let's send you kind of this direction so you uncover some of the fog in that way. Our ranger is heading towards the Indian coast in his fancy boat. And... This looks to be an interestingly shaped continent. I'm really excited to launch a satellite and have a full view of this continent. Our continent's pretty boring. Just kind of a blob of land. Almost turned 270.
There were 7 wonders in the world, and the discovery of the Terracotta Army, we may say, is the 8th miracle of the world.
Okay, that's phenomenal. So we can now upgrade all of our units one more time. So we're going to go ahead and give... let's go ahead and give them the Zweihander promotion. There's so many units available for promotion now. +1 range, absolutely. This is going to be crazy. Combat strength when fighting in a district, yes sir. Battle cry, basic first promotion. Caravel leveled up, very good. +1 sight range would be good. Healing outside of friendly, ooh, I like that a lot, but I like extra sight range more because we're using him as a scout, so there we go. Got some extra range out of that one. Wow. Okay, so this unit is truly maxed out. Wonder if there's an achievement that I just got for that. All right, let's, yep, so is this one. Exercising zone of control. I'm enjoying this way too much. The garrison promotion, yes please. This ranger leveled up too, very good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just give him, oh, this is tough. I'm gonna go ahead and give him the faster movement, so that way there's no terrain that slows that scout down. Wow, we just promoted all of our units. Absolutely crazy. All right, St. Petersburg now has option to some more wonders, or has access to some more wonders. All tires in your civilization gain +2 appeal. It must be built on flat land adjacent to the city center. All right, let's go for it. Wait, how many turns was that? Hang on, I feel like that was a 40-turn wonder. Yeah, maybe I need to build something else first. Hang on, let's have a look at our situation in St. Petersburg. City information. Oh wait, no, this is not the screen I need to look at. Amenities. 6 of 4 required. Yeah, let's go ahead and add a theater square, because I feel like more amenities in this city would probably be a good thing. I'm going to build it right there. Alright, Tula 2, we have new trade routes available. Let's see. Let's go ahead and trade. I don't know that I have a trade going with... I don't have any trade going with Gilgamesh. So that should have given me some additional visibility with him. We have open access. Printing technology has been researched and a trade route's been established. To raise your access level, you could send a delegation or establish... Tell you what, let's see if he wants an embassy. We're not interested. Of course we're not. Is there anyone who would be interested? How about France? Not interested. Of course not. Anybody? Okay. Everybody hates us. That's the theme of this right now. All right, so... And then, of course, we have to build some archaeologists the next time we have the opportunity. So we've got a number of big projects happening right now, and as soon as one of those is done in one of the cities that can build archaeologists, I'm going to need to build those. Non-Madol has declared war on Philip II. Interesting. All right, we got a great musician. Recruit. Speaking of that, hang on, let's have a look at our various territories here to see if anything has been added. Nope. Great musician. Can you do anything? It's a big fat negative. Okay, well, crap. It's definitely taking time. Let's go ahead and build an aqueduct in Moscow because I feel like it's really needed. We'll build it right there, just to help with the growth of the city. We'll build a granary in Agra. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. So Mozart's just hanging out. Go to sleep, Mozart. This musketman is hanging out in Yaroslavl. Builder. Oh, excellent. I didn't realize that this was a buildable... these are hills here, even though it's in the snow, so that's actually improvable. Quite nice. All right, you just need to go straight east. You're going to start exploring land on that continent. There's a Civ VI mod that I'm kind of interested in trying right now that's available on Civ Fanatics that allows scouts and rangers to ignore borders. And I'm not totally sure how I feel about that. Oh, wow. What's going on here? Are France and Spain at war? Are they at war? Yes, they are. Yes, they definitely are. Holy crap. All right, so they're fighting. Interesting little peninsula going on here. I like this. I always like when Civilization 6's map generator, or any Civilization map generator, turns out some really interestingly shaped continents, and they're not just blobs like the one that I'm on right now. It's kind of annoying that this is just a blob. But what can you do? (1800 AD). We're officially in the 19th century. Let's do some fighting, shall we? Show you what the ranger can do. If that wasn't satisfying, I can't help you. If you didn't enjoy watching that. Oh, man. All right, so we've discovered... Oh, wow. France forward settled Spain. Hardcore. All right, we're going to build that for extra production in Moscow. That should help with the production time on the aqueduct. Or not. Weird. Maybe it'll show next turn. We have a new builder coming up in Yaroslavl, which could not come soon enough. We definitely need access to this coal. We already have access to 1 coal, but we need access to 2. But there's just a lot that can be done to make Yaroslavl a productive city, but I haven't done any building around it. I've been doing so many other things. Smolensk could also use some additional help. And I have room... No, I actually don't have room for another trade route, so never mind. Hey, barbarian encampment.
If you can walk away from a landing, it's a good landing. If you use the airplane the next day, it's an outstanding landing.
Improvement makes straight roads, but the crooked roads without improvement are roads of genius.
Okay, so we got some cool new policies there. Let's go ahead and move into position and annihilate this scout. Goodbye. And we can also fire on these units. Goodbye, because that's a very, very powerful unit. But unfortunately, they cannot take that barbarian encampment on their own, so we're going to have to bring our musketmen down to take care of that. Let's go ahead and do the... let's go for sanitation, because we can build a medic. And the medic can heal adjacent units. I haven't fooled around with a medic too much yet. Oh, and here we go. Urbanization. We get access to the neighborhood district, which lets you outright just build housing on a given territory. It's pretty nice. All right, so new economic policy here. Let's see. Yeah, 15% production towards industrial era and later wonders. Let's go for that, because I want those wonders. I want them. I'm already building a couple too, I believe, so that's going to be a good thing. All right, we need to build some lumber camps in Moscow's surrounding woods here. And then we definitely need to just bring this ship further down here to see what's going on south of Reims. 1802 AD. Let's see how we're doing technologically. Oh yeah, we're cruising ahead. We are definitely heading for a solid scientific victory. As long as we stay on top of building our districts to help us with that. Hey, great scientist, speaking. So here's Albert Einstein. Triggers the eureka moment for one random technology from the modern or atomic era, and universities provide +4 science. So again, we are just killing it. Yaroslavl, you need... Yeah, let's go ahead and go for barracks, because that's going to help with production. Here's Einstein. I'm guessing he needs to be on a campus district. Nuclear fission. And we got a very nice boost to our science from cities where universities are built. Oh, actually, yeah, you can take the... Okay, yeah, you just have to move into it. You don't have to physically attack it like a city. I was thinking in terms of cities where the field cannon couldn't take a city, but not the case. You just fortify there. All right, this builder needs to, first of all, go there. Shouldn't I have more charges than that? Did I lose that other... That's what it was. Hang on. I lost that special... Oh, that's annoying. I had an extra builders. Must have gotten outdated. I'm guessing because we are researching... What's the deal here? I'm not sure why we lost that policy, but we had a policy that was giving us extra builders, and I never got to take advantage of it. Never once. Unfortunately. So we're back down to just having 3 charges per builder. But we have other things we can do to build them up, so...
But as I headed into the heart of New Zealand's fjordland, that same childlike feeling, long lost, of pure, unadulterated awe, came rushing back. I knew the road to Milford Sound was good, but this good?
Fantastic narration from Sean Bean in Civ 6. I couldn't be more pleased. I mean, Civ 4 was done by Leonard Nimoy, and he's held up by the vast majority of the fan base as, you know, the pinnacle of narration. Civ 5, a lot of people aren't as familiar with who the narrator was, but if you're a Babylon 5 fan, I'll give you a bit of a hint. If you have seen I think it was the second episode ever, Soul Hunters of Babylon 5, you remember there was a villain in that episode who had a very deep voice, and he had this weird meditative chant that he would do. Well, it's that guy. He's the one that narrated for Civ 5. But I gotta say, Sean Bean just knocks it out of the park with me. I mean, he just does a really, really good job. And I might, controversial statement incoming, might like him more than Leonard Nimoy. It's a possibility. We'll see. All right, we'll go ahead and mine that iron. Then we need to go up here and mine that coal, then mine this stone. Lots of mines around Yaroslavl to help make it a more productive city, so I'm excited about that. Speaking of production, let's go ahead and get a lumber mill built here. Oh, of course that improvement I did to Moscow. I think I built a mine here and was like, oh, why didn't it improve production? There's not a citizen to work it yet. Duh, you can tell it's not working. But it will be. Next turn. 1806 AD. Okay, so they want their spy back. Evidently, we just caught one of their spies. They're going to give us 10 gold per turn for 30 turns, and they're going to give us this special resource. Okay, fine. You still have one of my spies, if I remember correctly. Yep, so he tried to steal tech from us, too. Let's actually pay Sumer a quick visit to look into getting our spy back. We've got a number of dig sites marked. And we can visit them anytime we want using that. I love that ability. It's fantastic. Okay, make deal. You have Oleg. They're giving me 10 gold per turn. That's not a lot of gold per turn. Sure. Fine. Fine. All right, so we have our spy back. Let's send him right back to Uruk. And confirm his placement. Now we're going to build some stuff on the mines over here. Let's see, what else can we do? We need to build another lumber camp, don't we? And we are actually very near our southern coast here with this caravel. We need to build another city here. We need to have a coastal city that's still taking advantage of the tundra. So I don't think we've quite finished building settlers just yet. All right, go ahead and clear that, please. And we've hit the 25-minute mark for this episode, so I will go ahead and cut this one here. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If you're not subbed already, I upload new episodes in Russian Sunrise every day at noon Eastern Daylight Time, which is GMT-4, GMT-5 now, excuse me, for those of you not in the States. And by the way, on that note, next episode is going to be episode 20, which is going to be the final episode for this phase, this part of the series. So give me some feedback on whether or not you are interested in seeing more episodes of Sunrise, or maybe you want to see a fresh start in Civ VI. We are going to do another Civ VI series starting right away after this one ends, because I want to feature a lot of Civ VI content on the channel for the next little while. But let me know what your thoughts are on whether or not you want this one to come back after we do 20 episodes of whatever the next series is going to be. So yeah, just share some stuff with me on that. I look forward to hearing from you. Again, comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next video.